Hi, welcome to Truth to Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
And
You can't handle the truth.
that's our new theme song. You Can't Handle the Truth, episode number 42. Lots of stuff happening. 42 number, best all time in sports. Super easy.
Yeah, this might have been the easiest one.
Easiest
42.99. Probably the two easiest.
Jack Robinson. There you go. Everybody should wear 42 in baseball for
Well,
not
nobody
forever,
should.
but actually, nobody should.
Nobody should.
And then, but once a year, everybody should.
Yes.
Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about NBA preview, talk a little bit about the Pistons. We're going to talk about the Lions getting beat up, but we're not because that's a pretty consistent theme.
Yeah.
We're going to chat a little bit about Kyrie and Ben Simmons, but hot off the presses, off the top, Watson is going to get traded.
Looks like
any
to
details
Miami.
yet?
Looks like to Miami. So that's what my source is telling me. I have no idea if Tua's going to be involved, if it's only going to be picks. The trade deadline is like November 2nd. It's going to happen in the next week. So we will be reporting on it.
It's a big deal.
It's really interesting. It shakes up that division. Houston, I don't know what Houston is. Man, Houston's just an absolute mess. Like, I don't know who is their quarterback for the next decade. Is
Do they still have that Bible thumper guy who's their GM? So they're just going to trade for like 4 Bible schools and 3 second-round picks.
I don't know what Houston's thinking.
So
Miami's
does
going
Miami
all in.
have to trade Tua?
No, they don't.
They're gonna keep Watson and Tua.
Well, is Watson playing this year? Because if Watson plays this year,
don't know.
then you trade Tua. But if Watson sits this year, then this year you're gonna suck, and you're gonna be trading away one of your picks, which would be a high first if Watson doesn't play because Miami's no good.
True.
So it's really interesting. I did want the Lions to look into it, not trade for him, but like do the research. Miami did their research, and this might be reactionary. And Miami realized, like, man, if we got to put up with Allen for the next 10 years, we need our guy. And
It's a quarterback league, realistically.
And they don't like Tua.
You don't know Tua. I think Tua is probably better than the people in Miami think he is, but he's not going to be a top 10 quarterback.
No.
Like his ceiling is not top 10. And right now, I'm not even sure if he's top 20.
Well, there's so many good, right? Like, if you look at the young quarterbacks, there's so many good ones.
And he's not anywhere close to the top of any of those left.
He's not touching any of the top few guys, no.
Nope. No, I don't think he's top in any of the top 15 guys.
Burrow?
Nope.
This year rookies you can't say because who knows what
You cannot say for this year.
Zach Wilson's going to be or whatever. But
yeah,
Tua hopefully he works out. If he goes to Houston, he won't work out. Like, he'll just get killed.
Just gonna
like Watson.
body bag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Too bad. Anyway, that's hot off the presses. Isaac will keep updated on Instagram, so follow us on Instagram for the updates. MLB playoffs. Man, there's like a lot of amazing things happening. Mm-hmm. Tell me just snapshot. What do you think of the playoffs so far? Who do you like?
I don't know. October baseball is awesome. Even if you don't like baseball, put on a playoff game at Fenway. It's sick.
Yeah, lots of grand slams. Altuve had that big error 2 nights ago, but then last night he hit the tying home run.
Was he not the go-ahead?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I have to read about it the next day because I go to sleep. Mm-hmm. But super exciting. Just on the way into work this morning, I was listening to somebody talking about the Tigers and what shortstop they're going to get for next year. What shortstop are they going to get for next year?
I don't know. I want Correa. I want someone better than Zach Short. You know what I mean? Like, I
don't think they're getting Correa. I think Correa is staying in Houston, or the Yankees are going to back up the Brinks-Struck to him.
If the Yankees get Correa, then it's just going to be like the Lakers super team.
I know. That's unfortunately what I'm worried about. I think if the Tigers were 1 year better, then they'd be a more attractive site.
Same with if the Lions were 1 year better, then they could go and get Watson. It would make a little more sense.
True.
But we're not. That's not happening.
Okay. When are the Seattle Kraken going to start to be called the Crackheads?
No one cares. Like, even people in Seattle probably don't like the Kraken.
The name, the Kraken, or the team?
No, it's hard to root for a team named Seattle Kraken. Like, that's not easy to go and say, hey, let's go to the Kraken game. Like, I don't think that's coming off a lot of people's tongues.
Yeah. Evander Kane, I'm not sure if you heard about this.
Yeah.
He's the San Jose Sharks forward who, I guess, got a fake COVID card and got suspended for 21 games and like $1 million. So he
might work at the movie theater. Probably not working at the NHL.
Yeah,
it's just
you probably got to get a better guy. What is the first sporting event we're going to go see? The border's going to open in a couple weeks. What do you think the first sporting event we're going to go see?
Probably basketball. Probably Pistons game.
Okay,
but I'll see anything.
We'll see anything. We'll go watch a Michigan hockey game at Yost Arena, which is actually awesome.
Yeah.
Attridges are too far, but maybe they'll make the drive down. But probably Oakley's got to be involved in this.
Okay.
We'll see.
Sure.
But maybe we'll get like a whole busload of the Truth fans.
Okay. We're going reading week or March break or something, and we'll all go.
That's a good idea. Okay. Anything else off the top?
I just want to talk about basketball.
We got lots to jump into. You want to talk about the Pistons first or NBA preview?
Talk a little about the Pistons.
Okay. So, sucks that it's opening night tonight and Cade's not playing. I'm assuming they're just being very cautious. Do you have any inside scoop?
Looks like the Philadelphia is, I think, their third game of the year. That's what I think Weaver hinted at today. He said it should be good for Philly, but he's day to day. I want his career, like his first game, to be in Detroit.
Me too.
So I would even if you have to rest him a couple extra games to play him in Detroit, I think that's better than playing him on the road.
Okay. Wins. How many wins are they going to have? Like, I think the Vegas line is pretty low. Like, it's 25 or 26 games.
I'll take the over on that, but I don't know if I'll take the over on 35.
I wrote down 30.
Yeah, I'm probably 30 and 35. I'm around there. I'll go through. I'll take the over on 30.
I don't think they're going to be that high. I don't think they have enough consistent outside shooting yet. I think, whenever you have young guards, and they do, obviously, lots of turnovers, so there's just going to be...
Well, Hayes likes to turn it over.
Yeah, no, Skillian is... I hope he's better than... I think his ceiling is probably a seventh man, good defender.
Cool. Yeah, seventh man is definitely... Right now, he's not... Last year, he was a bum. This year, hopefully, he's a little bit better. He should be running the bench unit, is what he should be doing.
The way they have it set up, and this is how I see it, is Cade, Killian, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Beef Stew as your starting lineup, and then a mostly veteran-laden second unit with Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Kelly Olynyk, Trey Lyles, and Corey Joseph, and Sabin Lee and Diallo just kind of get sporadic.
Tommy should start over Hayes. Sorry, but he should.
I don't think so.
He's awesome.
He's
and
very, very entertaining.
Like, it's easy. And Hami next to Cade would be... I think that would be great. That would be really awesome.
They're going to do some stretches where it's going to be cool. Like Cade leading the break, throwing alley-oops to guys will be fun.
Well, Twin Towers with Kelly and Stu, whenever we get that will be awesome.
Yes, I think that'll happen as well, right? Because both of them should be able to hit some threes. Kelly really is a stretch five, which is nice to have.
Yeah.
I wrote down 3 or 4 goals for the Pistons this year. Obviously, develop their young core, start to play good fundamental D, win some games. They don't know how to close. They don't close well.
Yeah, that was their big thing. They were in so many games last year, they just couldn't close. And even Grant, he was great, not a great closer. I think Cade might be their closer this year.
Yep. Sophomores need to each take a small step up, and Cade obviously needs to have an impact. And, guys like Frank Jackson and Josh Jackson, maybe they can trade them away at the deadline, get some seconds.
Get a couple seconds.
They're good with the seconds. We didn't talk about Luka Garza. I think what will happen is later in the year there'll be some injuries or maybe some trades, and then Luka will be able to get some playing time.
They love him.
Is he on the 15-man roster?
I think he's two-way, right?
I don't really know what that means.
I think it means some games G League, some games NBA, like it's a certain amount. And then I think you can elevate a G League player to your roster, part of your actual roster. But
I think Sabin Lee started the year like that.
Yeah, probably.
But then I realized he's super athletic and pretty good. Anyway, there'll be lots of fun to watch again. Obviously, not as much fun without Cade for the next little while, but that's okay. We're Pistons fans, and we know this is part of the process. So trust the process. I haven't really looked at next year. Is it a deep draft class?
Oh, I haven't looked at. I'm still in the NFL draft because Lions got 2 picks. NBA I haven't got there, but they'll be picking in the top 5, probably. Depending on how the lottery goes.
I would think so. Yeah, probably. I would think so. We should try and do a bit of research. If anybody wants to direct us to some good information, we're happy to add that material to our show prep, because Pistons are going to draft high, right? Andy McLeod, really sorry, they're not going to be in the playoffs. That's okay. We can accept that.
3 years, they will be contending.
Yeah, like this year they don't make the playoffs. Next year they make the playoffs, but probably lose in the first round. And then the year after that, then they will not be fun to play.
Nope.
And here's the thing: the Pistons are made up of guys that are not. They play hard.
They're dogs.
They play intense.
They're not soft, right?
Like you do not like beef stew. You're tired playing beef stew.
Grant.
Yeah,
he's a tough cover.
He is a tough cover. So
he's an animal.
Putting some weight on. He's going to get some post plays.
Cade, no one can guard and control. No one can control Cade, except GM and management when they rest him for his ankle injury.
He's got to hang now. He's got to take 2 games off. I think they're going to take him really slow. Like,
yeah.
I mean, hopefully this is essentially load management, what they're doing right now.
Yeah, it's a little early for that, but I get it.
Yeah, but basically, okay, we're not going to push them. It's going to be fine. Okay, go Pistons. Let's talk about NBA preview. Basically, we just made up a list of champs, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player, Sixth Man, Coach of the Year, and Most Improved.
Yeah.
Made them up independently from each other. Again, my list will pretty much be the list that will be used next May and June. Isaac's will be just like bulletin board material for people. Okay, champs, who do you got?
There's 8 contenders.
Okay.
8 teams, 4 in each conference that I can see winning.
Okay.
And I won't be shocked. In the East, the Nets, Philly, Milwaukee, Miami. In the West, Lakers, Jazz, Suns, Warriors.
Okay.
I don't buy any other. There's some fringe teams.
Nuggets not coming back. Clippers not coming back.
No,
nope. It's obviously too dependent.
They're fringe. They're like
Murray and Kawhi.
Portland, Boston, Atlanta. They're in that range.
Yep.
But they're not winning a chip. They might make it to the finals.
So you don't think Atlanta, New York, those guys have a chance? I agree.
Atlanta maybe, but they need to make a move.
Yep. Okay. I'll just go Eastern Conference Finals. What I have, I have the Bucks over the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals.
So repeat.
Yep, exactly. And then I've got the Bucks winning. And then in the Western Conference Finals, I have the Lakers over the Nuggets, which is a little bit of an upset, but
you're higher on the Lakers now.
I am. I've flipped
the Lakers are winning the championship.
I know. But I have the Bucks over the Lakers winning it all back to back. What do you got?
Okay, I didn't do that, so I'm going off the top of my head here. Miami's making the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, that'd be fun.
Like, Jimmy's going to come back and say, I heard you guys talk. First of all, Jimmy had a rough playoffs last year. He was being shadowed by Giannis. So I cut him some slack. I have Miami making it to the conference finals. They're not going to win the conference finals. But they're going to make it there. I'll say Brooklyn will beat them. Man, but then I leave out the Bucks. Okay, I'll go Nets over Miami.
Okay.
And Milwaukee over Miami. I'm not going to buy the Nets again. I didn't buy into them last year. Good. I might be testing my luck, but not again. So I'll go Milwaukee over Miami.
Okay, so Milwaukee in the finals. West,
Lakers over you name them. I'll go Jazz. I think the Jazz, if they stay healthy, they can be tough. And I'll go Lakers over Jazz. So I have Lakers over Milwaukee in the finals.
Okay, and I've got Bucks.
And if LeBron averages 15 points a game, he will get finals MVP.
Yes. Yep. Because he's the glue that holds them together.
Okay.
MVP.
I got 4 names. What do you got?
I have 3 names. My 2 runner-ups, I've got Jokic and Giannis. I had Embiid, but I crossed him out just because I think he's going to get dinged up again.
Okay.
And they need to rest him for the playoffs. And I've got KD winning the MVP.
Yeah. So you have KD winning MVP.
Yep.
So I like Embiid a lot. I really do. I'm not going to give it to Embiid because the Ben Simmons situation scares me.
Yep.
And that, like, Embiid might come out and just average 40 and 20 and just say, talk about me, not Simmons.
Yeah, just to be pissed off.
That could totally happen.
That is certainly a possibility.
But Simmons could also come back and then screw chemistry up, and then Embiid will not be what he should be.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pick Embiid. I'm going to go Curry. I liked him last year to win it, but I said the Warriors aren't going to finish high enough for him to win it. And that's exactly what happened, right? He was the best player in basketball.
I don't know what the Warriors finished last year, 7, 8, something like that.
I think 8 because they were the play-in, right?
I think they were playing, but I don't.
So I think Steph wins it this year.
Okay.
I like KD. I like Embiid. Look, LeBron's going to put up a lot of numbers, like always. But I'll take Steph winning the MVP because they're going to finish high enough to where the league can give it to him and it won't be ridiculous.
Yep, I like Steph a lot too. And he's awesome. He's amazing. Did you watch any of the Warriors game last night?
Yeah, I watched about the first quarter.
And
then watch highlights. Steph, look, he missed a lot of shots.
Yeah.
But
I guess first half he was not so good.
First half he was not great. Second half he turned up. Jordan Poole, who we'll talk about later for sure.
Awesome.
Lit it up in preseason. It was awesome last night. Warriors, actually, the roster, like there's a lot of guys that are kind of like role players, but good role players. And then Westbrook did not play very well. LeBron started off super hot. LeBron had like 10 or 12 points in the first quarter. Didn't miss. Westbrook sucked just down the line. Westbrook was not good. Mm-hmm. Melo was good. AD was good. The Lakers are still going to be nuts.
That'll be solid. Okay.
But the Golden State, so fun to watch. Steph just runs off screens, and I can't wait to see Klay.
Okay, Rookie of the Year. We're both going to pick Cade. If you don't pick Cade, then it's the truth with Tal and somebody else.
Cade.
Okay, good. All right. So Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year.
I didn't even write any other names.
I wrote Green and Suggs.
I don't want to talk about Green.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Lots of highlights, but lots of 4 for 13.
No, more like lots of 6 for 20.
He's gonna
get his shots up.
Okay, fair enough. Defensive Player of the Year. Now I picked what I think is going to happen, not what I want to happen.
Okay, go.
Gobert wins again.
Okay, what do you want to happen?
Somebody other than Rudy Gobert. Honestly, I don't care. Bam, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Giannis.
I have AD winning.
Okay, I did write down AD earlier and I crossed it off. I wrote down Draymond Green and Bam as the runner-ups, but Davis is going to be right there. But I think Davis is going to take some time off. Which
look, the league wants to give LA some stuff,
some love, yeah.
Right? So I think AD wins it. I picked him to win it last year, just didn't stay healthy. So I'll go AD this year. I wrote down Draymond Green. I wrote down Gobert, and I wrote down Thibault. Look, if they trade Simmons and Thibault starts, depending on what this trade means, he will only be a defensive guy. And last year he was awesome, but he played 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, did not play much. But he got a lot of love last year. So I
think AD wins it. Look, there's a lot of love for Bam to win it, which I like because I like Adebayo. Jimmy's a better defender than Bam. Like, he is. More steals per game, more versatile.
Bam gets a lot of stats, right? Some big blocks.
Gets some, well, he owns Jason Tatum. Everybody knows that.
Jason Tatum cries whenever he sees Bam.
So I like AD to win it.
Okay. Six man, D-Rose.
I wrote down D-Rose. I think Tyler Hero might win it.
You know what? I wrote down runner-up Jordan Clarkson and Tyler Hero. I really hope Tyler Hero has a comeback year because last year was rough for him, COVID and stuff. Excuse me.
Bless you. Like, if Miami's good and Hero averages 16 off the bench or whatever, then it'll be tough to give it to somebody else unless, like, Clarkson goes off again. D-Rose is a really good one, depending on where the Knicks finish. If the Knicks make the playoffs as a mid-seed, it'll be easy.
I mean, the Knicks have more scores this year, so D-Rose is maybe not going to score as much, but D-Rose can still light it up. And again, New York, they want to give New York love.
That's a good call.
Coach of the Year, I'm assuming you just pick Eric Spoelstra because you do? Or?
No, there's a few names. I wrote down Steve Nash / Doc Rivers, right? Whoever is able to get through...
Manage the mess?
Yeah, I think it'll be easy to give it to Nash if he can figure out Kyrie's deal and then Rivers for Simmons.
Yeah, I give it to Steve Nash because imagine having to manage that spaghetti bowl
even last year,
disaster.
Last year we said Steve Nash might win it.
Yeah.
This was before the vaccination stuff.
Yeah.
So now if you factor in you're missing, I don't want to say your third best player, when you're missing a top 20, top 15 NBA player, because Kyrie, that's what he is.
Exactly. Yeah, KD is number one, arguably.
Yeah, he's up there.
Harden is top 10, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And
Kyrie's right in that.
Kyrie is
Jimmy
top
Butler
15, 18 kind of number.
I think Chauncey's coaching Portland, and if Dame can turn up and Portland's a 5 seed.
Yeah, maybe.
Chauncey might win it, and I want to see Portland do well, mainly because
Mr.
Chauncey.
Big Shot. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got Nash, and we'll see. You've got the Nash Rivers combo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to one of them.
Fair enough. Most improved. I've got 4 names. I'll say my 3 runner-ups. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Jordan Poole. And then I've got Michael Porter Jr. winning it all. And some of that is a victim of circumstance as well, right?
Okay, so my thinking is, what is most improved, right?
Opportunity.
Like Shea
Stats.
Gilgeous averaged like 22, 6, and 5 last year.
But they hardly played it all because OKC was in super tank mode.
So if he averages like 4 more points a game, a rebound, and an assist, he didn't improve that much. So I'm looking at like not a bench guy,
as well. Yeah.
but like a role player who is solidified into a very good, right? OG Anunoby. I think OG has a really good shot at it. I picked him last year. I think he might win it this year. Now the opportunity's there, right? No Lowry. Someone's got to get some up.
Toronto's going to be really interesting to see how they
Super
are as a
interesting.
team.
Jordan Poole has a good shot,
Yep.
like you said. And DeJounte Murray, who's my boy.
Oh, yeah, you like him.
San Antonio Spurs point guard. No DeMar.
Very athletic, good defender.
People are going to talk about DeJounte Murray probably after this year and next couple years. And then I'm going to be saying, like, DeJounte's been my boy for a while.
You going to get a jersey?
The Spurs do have those nice, like, throwback.
Yeah, those are nice.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to our last episode about jerseys, you should because it's good.
Good job.
Okay. That's it. Not now, but sometime in a couple weeks, we'll do the All-NBA predictions.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Because we should do that.
I think Cade, first team, All-NBA.
No, not yet.
First team All-Rookie.
Oh, for sure.
Along with Rookie of the Year.
Yes. Okay.
We'll do Cade stats next episode.
Okay, so Simmons, this is just crazy. Like, this is soap opera stuff. Now he's suspended, and Embiid, who's like, I'm not worried about that man. It's not my job to babysit him. Like, it's terrible.
Initially,
everybody's been a doofus.
Yeah, both, except Embiid.
Except Embiid. Embiid's
Philadelphia's, or like Philly management and Ben Simmons, both have just been bad.
And Ben Simmons camp, whatever that means.
His buddies. Okay, 3 options. Ben returns to the team, and they are forced to figure it out. Whether that be successful or unsuccessful, that does not matter.
Okay.
So he returns to play for Philly. Option 2 is he holds out / demands a trade. That kind of goes together.
Okay.
Option 3, Philly just says enough of you. We're trading you regardless of what his value is. Those are the 3 options.
It almost might be number 3 right now. Like today it's number 3.
So what do you think? What's going to happen?
But I think it's going to be number 1. He's going to come back. They're going to figure out how to play with him. And eventually they trade him. But I don't think they do it right away.
So you think, like, is he going to finish the year?
No.
For Philly? They trade him at the deadline?
Yep, they trade him sometime prior to the deadline. Is that one of the options?
That goes with 1.
Okay, so then he does not finish the year in Philly, but he does play a bunch of games. They try and figure out how to work him in a little bit.
I just feel like that locker room's got to be toxic, right?
Yeah, but eventually they don't care, right? Like if he can help contribute to some wins and he's not too much of a distraction.
He's going to be such a distraction. It's like,
yeah,
I don't see him going back to Philly and playing in a situation that is good at all, right? I think Philly should just trade him right now. Get what you can for him.
What are you getting for him?
If you can get a scorer, you're not getting Dame or Beal, but you might get CJ.
Are you getting CJ McCollum?
I think so.
Okay.
I think if you go to Portland and say Simmons for CJ, Portland has to do that.
So they call the Pistons and say, we want Grant. What do you say?
Not a chance. No way.
We want Sadiq and...
No.
No?
I don't want Simmons, especially with having
Kate?
another point guard who can't shoot and Hayes. I don't want 2 point guards who can't shoot. Just one's okay.
So if they asked for Sadiq and Hayes, I'd give it to them.
No, I don't want. I'll give you Hayes and whatever else you want. That's not a player, right? I'll give you Hayes and a pick maybe. I'll do Hayes and a first, but I won't give you anything. I won't give you Bay. I won't give you Grant. I won't give you Stu.
Okay, fine. So Isaac brought up a really good point to me a couple of days ago, and I had forgotten about this. But when Ben Simmons went to LSU, he played basketball at LSU and didn't really go to class very much, and he did not qualify for some of the end of season awards. I think it's
is that what you? Because
the Naismith Award, When you told me that, I Googled it.
Okay.
And he had like a 1.4 GPA. And when they were on the road to like Kentucky or Duke or one of those places that talk good trash, all they were doing was yelling GPA.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah,
That's
it was Duke or Kentucky
awesome.
or something.
And they're really orchestrated, like Cameron Indoor. They have a list of the trash talking things that they're going to do and when they're going to do it. So, like, this is probably not very nice to say, but Ben is stupid.
He's not a smart man.
No, he's not a smart man.
He's really good at defense.
He's a very good defender, and he's got like good ball handling skills.
Great IQ. And basketball IQ.
Yeah, basketball IQ, runs the floor well, but he doesn't work on his game, obviously, and he's just been coddled his whole life. Nobody's ever said, Ben, shoot 1,000 free throws.
And you think Embiid would do that? But Embiid is sometimes a little too buddy-buddy, and I think Jimmy kind of did that, and that's why it didn't
And then
work.
they said, get Jimmy out. Jimmy was 28, Simmons was 20 or 21, and they chose the young guy with the potential.
Yep.
Jimmy's improved, and Ben...
Jimmy's in his prime right now. Yes. Last year, statistically, he had the best year of his life.
Okay, I would say 2 years ago was probably his prime.
The year he took Miami to the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep. But Ben has not improved at all, right? Like, you look at Giannis last night, and he showed more moves, right? More stuff with his left hand, right hand.
Pretty good.
Like, his free throw, he completely changed his free throw technique. So he won the MVP. No, he didn't win the MVP.
No,
he won the finals MVP. He played longer than anybody else. He just about ripped his knee apart in the conference
Played through it.
finals.
Put up 50 in an elimination
and he
game.
totally worked on his game. And what did Ben do? Bitch out.
Just throw headlines out there how he's unhappy with Philly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem with Ben. I don't know what you do. What do you think? Like, so I'm some combination of one where they're going to trade him before the trade deadline.
I don't think... Look, the only reason why he went to practice before he got kicked out was to get money.
What's the money?
And I think, from what I have read, it seems like at this point he cares more about sitting than getting a paycheck. So I'm actually going to go with option 2. I think he's going to hold out, at least for a while, and put Philly in a situation where they're going to have to trade him. But I don't know if Philly's going to rush into it. So I think there's going to be a bit of a lull, and then Philly's just going to say, okay, it's enough, after Ben Simmons holds out. I don't think it's going to happen in the next week. I don't think something's going to happen right away. It'll take a while. Kyrie?
Okay, so let's talk about Kyrie for a bit now. Now we transition to him. I don't think Kyrie is dumb. I just think he's a weirdo, flat earth, conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat wearing dude. No, I don't think he's as dumb as Ben. I think he's not a dumb guy. I just think he's odd. He's eccentric, whatever you want to say.
I think, sure, he can be odd, but I think he's a stupid man.
Well, he makes some stupid decisions, certainly.
How many stupid decisions?
There's smart dudes who are choosing not to be vaccinated, right?
But it's not just vaccine stuff. It's the flat earth thing. Yeah. It's the things that he says. It's the way that he presents himself to the public and talks to the media. And
okay, so what do you do with Kyrie?
4 options.
Okay.
He folds, gets vaccinated, and then returns to the team.
All right.
Option 2, Brooklyn folds, allows him to play in 50% of the games, right? The Brooklyn GM didn't say you have to be vaccinated. That's the state. So people need to get that straightened out.
And as a visiting player who's unvaccinated, Bradley Beal, you can play as a guest, but you can't play if that's your home.
Yes.
Okay.
Option 3, this is kind of when it goes to the Ben Simmons thing. Kyrie holds out and just says, I want to play basketball, but I don't want to get vaccinated. Trade me. I don't think that's likely. And then option 4 is Brooklyn says, enough of this. You're very talented. We are going to trade you to a team in a state that doesn't have strict guidelines, and they're just going to get whatever they can and then make a run with KD and Harden.
So it's 1 or 4. Kyrie's going to cave just because he wants to get paid. Again, Kyrie's not a normal dude, so he might say, I'm going to retire. Or
I guess where would Kyrie retiring go into?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's an option.
But I also think that a team that doesn't have a top player, Houston could say, okay, we'll take Kyrie. Right? Texas, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Right, yeah. So what are you going to get?
What are you going to get?
Kevin Porter Jr.?
Kyrie? Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. in a first.
Yeah. I think option 4. I think Brooklyn is going to get fed up, and they're going to understand we have 2 top 10 players in the NBA. We don't need 3 top 20 players in the NBA. So they're going to trade Kyrie, and they will get a lot for him, right? Houston,
They
will
need
give
another.
up a
They
lot.
need another big, right? Like their bigs, they can't count. Like Blake Griffin playing big minutes for the whole year, they can't count on that.
Well, why did they lose last year?
LaMarcus Aldridge. Why did they lose last year?
They had no body on Giannis. They couldn't control Giannis.
Yeah.
You got to get a body to stop Giannis in the trade. Or pick someone up. But there's not a lot of 7-foot athletic dudes sitting on their couch right now.
No.
I think Brooklyn's just going to say, we have Harden and we have KD. And we have good role players. We're going to have Harden, KD, and better role players. And then dump Kyrie and get a boatload. Maybe picks. But Brooklyn doesn't want picks, I don't
Listen,
think.
it's not going to happen. But Brooklyn would, like, if you added Beef Stew to Brooklyn, they need a guy like him.
Well, they need a dog, and Brooklyn is a bunch of softies.
You know, Bam, Beef Stew, somebody who's just going to, like, beat on people, could guard bigs.
DeAndre Ayton, like, there's bodies out there. But Kyrie, again, there's only a lot of teams that he'll fit in. Houston is one of them. And I don't, like, it's not going to be all right, Kyrie, where do you want to go?
No.
It's just going to be who has the best return for him. And that's going to help us, right? Going to give us a big... They might want a point guard. They might want someone to start at the 1 if they want Harden playing the 2. But they need a big, or at least someone to put in front of Giannis. And they don't have that.
Yeah, and I don't know who that is.
It's not a lot of guys out there, right? Jay Crowder, one of them. But all of those guys are on team, like Jay Crowder is not leaving Phoenix.
No, neither Simmons or Kyrie are going to go to one of those top 4 or 5
Simmons for Kyrie.
seeds from each of those. No.
Why?
Neither team wants to go from one headache to another headache when they think they have championship aspirations.
Kyrie and Embiid would be awesome.
They would. Yep.
And then Brooklyn gets the... Oh, I know Simmons is vaccinated, I think.
Who knows?
Because then, right, Ben Simmons is a body. It would never happen.
Oh,
But Simmons for Kyrie
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
would just shake up the entire East. And another reason why I don't have the Nets coming out the East, all this drama. It's like last year I thought they were going to implode because of injuries. This year
drama
might be because of injuries and drama.
and front court depth. It's a big deal.
Yes, yeah. No bodies. That's right.
Okay. I think that's it.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep watching the episode. We appreciate the support. If you want some swag, just ask Isaac on Instagram and he'll get you some swag. And have a good night, everybody.
Go
See ya.
Pistons.
Go Pistons.